Breaking news, Bulls fans. The NBA rumor mill is on fire, and Zach LaVine is at the center of it all. 5 teams are reportedly in hot pursuit of the Bulls star, and you won't believe what they're willing to offer. Is this the end of the LaVine era in Chicago? Stick around, because we're about to dive into the wildest trade update of the season. From potential super teams to franchise-altering deals, this story has it all. And trust me, what I'm about to tell you will change everything you thought you knew about the Bulls' future. So buckle up, hit that subscribe button, and let's unpack this bombshell report that's shaking the very foundation of the NBA. Welcome to Chicago Bulls News, your go-to source for the latest updates on the Windy City's favorite team. We've got you covered with breaking news, trade rumors, and in-depth analysis of everything Bulls. From United Center to the front office, we're bringing you the inside scoop. Hit subscribe and let's talk Bulls basketball. All right, let's get into it. For weeks now, we've been hearing whispers about the possibility of Zach LaVine being on the move. But today, those whispers have turned into a full-blown roar. A recent report from insert credible NBA insider name has sent shockwaves through the NBA community, and it's got everyone talking. According to the report, not 1, not 2, but 5 teams have expressed serious interest in acquiring LaVine. That's right, folks, 5 teams are in the mix, and they're all reportedly ready to make substantial offers to land the 2-time All-Star. Let's break down each of these potential suitors and what they might bring to the table. The Los Angeles Lakers. Of course, the Lakers are in on this. When aren't they trying to make a splash? With LeBron James not getting any younger, the Lakers are in win-now mode, and adding a dynamic scorer like LaVine could be just what they need to make another championship push. The potential package from the Lakers could include a combination of young talents like Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura, along with future draft picks. The question is, would this be enough to entice the Bulls? And how would LaVine fit alongside LeBron and Anthony Davis? The New York Knicks. The Knicks have been on the hunt for a star player for what feels like an eternity, and LaVine could be their guy. With a solid young core and plenty of draft capital, the Knicks have the assets to make a compelling offer. A package centered around R.J. Barrett, Emmanuel Quickley, and multiple first-round picks could be on the table. The real question is whether LaVine would be interested in taking on the pressure of being the face of basketball in the Big Apple. The Miami Heat. Never count out Pat Riley and the Heat when it comes to star hunting. After falling short in the NBA Finals, Miami could be looking to add another scorer to complement Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. The Heat could offer a package including Tyler Herro, Duncan Robinson, and future picks. The idea of LaVine in a Heat uniform is intriguing, to say the least. Can you imagine the offensive firepower of a Butler-LaVine-Adebayo trio? The Dallas Mavericks. Here's where things get really interesting. The Mavs have been searching for a reliable second star to pair with Luka Doncic, and LaVine could be the perfect fit. His ability to play off ball and knock down open shots would complement Luka's playmaking perfectly. A potential Mavs offer might include players like Tim Hardaway Jr., Josh Green, and multiple first-round picks. The prospect of a Doncic-LaVine backcourt is enough to make any basketball fan salivate. The Golden State Warriors. Last but certainly not least, we have the Warriors. This one might come as a surprise to some, but think about it, the Dubs are always looking to stay competitive, and adding LaVine to their already potent offense could be devastating for the rest of the league. A Warriors package could potentially include Jordan Poole, Jonathan Kuminga, and future draft compensation. Imagine LaVine running alongside Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. That's a 3-point barrage waiting to happen. Now, I know what you're thinking, but your name, why would the Bulls even consider trading LaVine? He's been the face of the franchise for years. Well, my friends, that's where things get complicated. Despite LaVine's undeniable talent and 2 All-Star selections, the Bulls have struggled to find consistent success. They've made the playoffs just once in LaVine's tenure, and there are concerns about whether he can truly be the centerpiece of a championship contending team. Moreover, LaVine's massive contract extension, which he signed last year, pays him an average of $43 million per year through the 2026-27 season. That's a hefty price tag for a player who, while extremely talented, hasn't been able to elevate the Bulls to true contender status. There's also the matter of fit. The Bulls have invested heavily in DeMar DeRozan, and while he and LaVine have shown flashes of brilliance together, there are questions about whether their skill sets are truly complementary. Add in the emergence of young players like Patrick Williams and Ayo Dosunmu, and suddenly the idea of moving LaVine for a haul of young talent and draft picks doesn't seem so crazy. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Trading a player of LaVine's caliber is never an easy decision, and the Bulls front office will have to weigh their options carefully. Do they believe they can build a contender around LaVine? Or is it time to hit the reset button and start accumulating assets for the future? Now, let's talk about what this means for Zach LaVine himself. The guy has been nothing but professional during his time in Chicago, consistently improving his game and earning those 2 All-Star nods. But you have to wonder if he's starting to get frustrated with the lack of team success. LaVine is in the prime of his career at 28 years old. He's averaging over 24 points per game this season, shooting efficiently from 3, and has shown improvement as a playmaker. But individual stats only mean so much when your team is struggling to stay above .500. A move to a contender could be exactly what LaVine needs to take his game to the next level. Imagine him as the second or third option on a championship-caliber team. His efficiency could skyrocket, and he'd finally have the chance to showcase his skills on the biggest stage. On the flip side, being traded could also present new challenges for LaVine. He'd have to adjust to a new system, new teammates, and potentially a new role. Plus, there's always the pressure that comes with being the new guy, especially if he's traded to a team with high expectations. But enough speculation, let's talk about what this means for the Bulls moving forward. If they do decide to trade LaVine, it would signal a clear change in direction for the franchise. The return package in a LaVine trade would likely include some combination of young players, draft picks, and possibly veterans on expiring contracts. This would give the Bulls flexibility to reshape their roster and potentially accelerate a rebuild. Players like Patrick Williams and Ayo Dosunmu would likely see increased roles, giving the Bulls a better idea of what they have in their young core. The additional draft picks acquired in a LaVine trade could also be used to add more young talent or as assets in future trades. However, trading LaVine would also mean saying goodbye to a player who has been the face of the franchise for years. It's not just about on-court production. LaVine has been a fan favorite and a positive presence in the Chicago community. Losing him would undoubtedly be a tough pill to swallow for many Bulls fans. There's also the question of how a LaVine trade would affect the rest of the roster. Would veterans like DeMar DeRozan and Nikola Vucevic be the next to go? Or would the Bulls try to retool around them with the assets acquired in a LaVine deal? And speaking of future videos, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and have those notifications turned on. This LaVine situation is developing rapidly, and you can bet we'll be here to break down any new information as soon as it drops. Remember, in the NBA, things can change in the blink of an eye, so stay tuned, stay informed, and as always, go Bulls!